quite a season for you so far, but just what was your reaction when you heard you'll have this chance to start?
I mean, it's been a crazy year for this organization and everyone involved, and I think, it's tough as a QB room, we're really close. I'm with two great quarterbacks with Matt and Sam, and the biggest thing we always talk about is just having a good group that care for each other, and that's the most important thing. And we've been really put through the test this year with all the different changes, and once again, we're in a different change, and we're there for each other, and that's what I love about this group. And that's when I remember this year, it'll be this QB room and how we always stuck together and had each other's best interests and had each other's backs, because that's really special within this game.
Nick, as a backup or whatever, when you're not the starter, you got to be ready no matter what. Were there times this season when it was very difficult for you to convince yourself there's a chance I can still play? Just because of how weird it was and how you kept moving up and down?
I think just with my career path, you just don't really. I think if you always expect something, it's just going to throw you through a loop. So especially here, you never know what's going to happen each week. It's sort of been that year, and unfortunately in the NFL there are years like that. That's why I say you want a good group of people, and we have that here. For me, it's always just doing what I need to do in my role. If I'm backing up, it's helping the starter. It's also doing my own routine, and then when you're playing, your routine switches a little bit because you're playing, you have more say. For me, it's just sort of rolling with the punches each week and just being the best team that I can for the QB room.
Have you gotten a lot of first-team reps this season?
No, none.
So today will be the first.
Yeah, we'll see what it's like throwing to the guys.
Nick, any frustration, confusion over the course of the year when you were bypassed and healthy scratch and active?
None at all. I think that I have two guys in that room with Matt and Sam that I care about, and it's one of those things where it happens. It's part of the game. It's outside of my control. I can control what kind of teammate I am. They've been awesome to me. So like I said, it's just rolling with whatever's going on.
Nick, do you feel any weight on your shoulders to do something more than what has been happening so far? Because obviously the offense hasn't been what was thought of at the beginning of the year, maybe.
You know what? Once again, it's been a unique season. For me, it's just going out there, playing with the guys, doing the best we can each and every play, being in the moment. Obviously, you want to execute, but Matt and Sam are both great quarterbacks. They're tremendous players. This is, a team sport, and we as a team. The answer is always we as a team, and we do this together. That's why it's a team sport. This isn't golf or whatever it is. So that's why all of us play football. It's a team sport. We lean on each other. Like I said, those guys are two tremendous quarterbacks. I'm just going to go try to help and do my job and just help my teammates.
With today being the first opportunity you'll have to practice with the starters, what are the things you'll do over the course of this week to really try to amplify, get on the same page with the rest of the guys in the offense?
I think just lock in like it's a game in practice. Obviously talking to the guys about different routes, different things, different cadence. It's sort of a crash course because sometimes you're with the team for a couple years and then you go in and out and you play. This is my first time to really be with the guys. So first off, just how I am in the huddle, what I'm like conducting. So for me also, it's just trying to get that mindset of executing this offense, running this offense, saying these plays. Because really it was training camp, and now since then it's been scout team cards. But I've watched Matt and Sam do a lot of reps, but there's always that learning curve. So I just, I got to go out there, be in the moment, do what I can.
You have been in some suboptimal situations and come in and played on short notice and that kind of thing and perform. What kind of qualities do you think allow you to do that?
I think just trusting your teammates, realizing that it's not just you out there. You get to play with 10 other guys in that huddle, and then there's defense and special teams. You have a team. I think sometimes as a QB position, you think you're alone and everything starts racing through your head. I think that's normal. I think as humans we do that. But for me, it's always given me peace, realizing when I step in the huddle, I'm with 10 other guys, and we got to play for each other and literally just play one play at a time. And then when the clock hits 0, we'll see what the score is.
Nick, for this opportunity to be a primetime game at home, when you're running out of the tunnel, have you allowed yourself to think about what will be going on in your mind?
You know what? I just want to play football, primetime game or not. For me, it's just a football game. I know it's a big moment, a lot of things, but I think for us, you really just have to, as players, get back to just everything's blocked out. It doesn't matter what time the game is. It's just football. Once we step on that field, we have to forget about whatever's going on, because I think if you make the stage too big, it's hard to see. So for me, it's just got to play a football game.
How would you describe what you thought you were walking into back when you signed in the offseason to how the season has unfolded?
Oh, it's a 180. I couldn't have expected anything that happened this year. Frank Reich, one of the best coaches I've ever been around. That's the big reason I came here, and I love him to death. And everything that's transpired is not what I expected, but that's sort of how life goes. Is you sort of expect something, and God has a way of changing it on you, and that it's for your better. I know, Frank and I will always be close. We'll always stay in touch, and then it has allowed us as players to bond in a unique way through different trials and tribulations that you can only bond through, going through this. And there's a lot of bright spots in this year with the people you get to meet, with the people you get to go to work with, and our ultimate goal right now is to finish it strong and finish it the right way.
You think you'll talk to Frank this week?
I always keep in touch with Frank. So that's a lifelong thing. That's not just here. Frank is someone I really look up to, a mentor, a guy who I believe does things the right way. And I think most people here believe that. And he has a great legacy. And all of us are here because of him. And we're grateful for that.